what is a comfort zone? You guys hear me talk about what is the comfort zone. What is a comfort zone and how do you get out of the comfort zone? Like I said, you hear people talk about it all the time, but they don't really talk about what it is. So here's what I'm going to tell you. The comfort zone is the habits in your life that you've grown accustomed to that you just go through automatically. You don't have to think, you don't have to try, you aren't challenged, you're safe, and you feel secure in your little space. This happens with your health, your job, your business, your relationships, your personal investment, your own mental enrichment. When I say personal investment, mental enrichment, spiritual enrichment, developing skills. Are you getting better? It's so easy to live a life of monotony. In fact, I would make the argument that society today encourages that comfort zone, that monotonous lifestyle. We're trained and we're taught, go to school, go to college, get a job, get married, buy a house, buy a car, have kids, invest in your 401k, raise your kids, put yourself last, be comfortable. And anytime you decide that you want to go do something risky or challenging or something where you might fail, what happens? People freak out. Oh, you should, why would you leave your job so that you could go start your own business, Kevin? What happens if you fail? And we have all these little sheep, walking around through life just existing. And the second you decide that you want to be a black sheep, you don't want to conform, you want to forge your own path and do something different, it's like the Matrix tries to latch onto you and pull you down and stop you from going and pursuing that thing. How dare you go doing your own thing? And so not only does it become easy to live this life of monotony, it's almost like the world around you expects you to live that life of monotony. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about two things. What is the most difficult and challenging thing that you've ever done? The thing that you're most proud of. Your biggest, greatest accomplishment. What is that? And I'm sure when I ask you that question, you can tell me exactly what it is. What is your greatest accomplishment? What are you most proud of? Now, looking back, was it truly that difficult? Not really, right? It wasn't that hard. My guess is for most of you, the most difficult thing about your greatest accomplishment was the fact that you just had to stay consistent. Nothing about life is difficult. The only thing that is really difficult about life is what we make difficult. The complexity that we introduce into it. That's what makes it difficult. 100% of the time, when you look back at your most difficult tribulations and biggest and most challenging times of your life, and the things that you overcame that you're most proud of, you look back at it and you're like, that really wasn't that hard. Not that hard. You did it. And you were better for it. So here's what I'm going to tell you. The things that you want for your life, the man that you want to be, that dream that you have of what you want to acquire, attain, or who you want to become, it's not difficult. It's not. The only reason it's difficult is because you choose to make it difficult in your mind, because that perception justifies the fact that you're not there. Think about it. And what I just said is a lot deeper than you think it is, so I want you to think about that for a second. I'm going to say it again. You having the things that you want to have in your life, or becoming the man that you want to be, is not difficult. And the only reason you make it difficult is because that justifies the fact that you aren't there, or you don't have that thing. If I can convince myself that this is challenging, if this is difficult, if this is hard to have, acquire, attain, or be, then that is a story that I can attach myself to that will justify the fact that I haven't accomplished the things that I said I was going to accomplish. So if you want to get out of your comfort zone, what I suggest you do this year, and this aligns with our New Year resolution topic that we talked about earlier, start with the basics. Fulfill the small commitments you make to yourself. Stand in a place of integrity with yourself as a man. Focus on making sure that you create a relationship of trust with the man that you see in the mirror. Confidence is created from trust. Trust is created from integrity. Integrity is a choice. So the reason why you are not confident, the reason why you don't have the things that you want to have in your life is because you've chosen not to have those things. And you've chosen not to be the man that has those things because you've refused to stand in a place of integrity with yourself. Step one to stepping out of your comfort zone is to step into a place where you're willing to actually do the shit you know you need to do as a man and stop negotiating with yourself or anyone else. When you can do that, you can start making goals that focus on developing your body, your mind, your spirit, with the new skills that will enhance your ability to become an even better man. But it starts with creating that relationship of integrity with yourself. If you cannot have integrity and fulfill those commitments that you make to yourself as a man, then you cannot realistically acquire the skills that are necessary in order to enhance your abilities and become an even better man. Everything comes down to integrity. Do you need help? If there's anybody here who's watching this who feels like they need help creating that relationship of integrity, I want you to know that we have a few more spots left in our next fire team training iteration. It starts on the 2nd of January, and the way that fire teams works is it's a 12-man accountability group. It's almost like 75 hard, except the difference is you're with a group of 12 men, including yourself, with a coach or two. And what we do is we hold you accountable. We give you the program to follow. We give you the reading. It's a completely 100% guided 12 weeks. You have daily assignments where you have to participate in this group. And we have video chat that we use, and it's actually interactive where these guys who do fire teams are talking with each other and the coach every single day. And I can tell you right now, we're 3 weeks into our first iteration of fire teams, and I have never gotten such incredible feedback on the value that these guys are getting and the changes that they're making in their lives in such a short period. It's really powerful. It's really incredible. So if you really feel like you need help creating this relationship of integrity with yourself, I highly suggest you shoot me a message, get with me offline, and we'll get you in on this fire team training. And I guarantee that if you make it through the 12 weeks, it will change your life forever.